Boom. Surprise. What's up, everyone? Spencer Israel here with you to start the At the Close show. I'm going to bring on Edwin Dorsey in a second, and then I'm going to bring on Joel at 3:30. But before I get to both of those guys, let's just do a real fast crypto update because I want to show you the heat map as it's transpired today. It was all green a couple hours ago. We are not all green anymore, thanks to Dogecoin. Bitcoin off the highs of the day, Ethereum off the highs of the day. Let's look at some charts, and we can see here Ethereum. This is a daily. This is fine. Daily chart. This is okay. So you can see we are still right there within shouting distance of the all-time high from. Well, I guess it was kind of a double all-time high, right? From May and the other day here last week. Bitcoin, kind of the same story, right? Off the highs of the day. But within shouting distance of that all-time high from last week. I did also want to show shout out to Sheeb. I know a bunch of you in the chat watching Sheeb. Congrats, you're up another 15% today. Why? Who knows and who cares? One in the chat if you're in Shiba Inu. I have no idea about this thing, but more power to you if you're in this thing. This is, I think, what crypto is all about. It's the crazy YOLO. It's the DeFi. DeFi is cool, but the crazy YOLO stuff is much better, and that's what Sheeb is. Sheeb is. So, props to everyone who's long and strong. And I mean, I would have to venture almost everyone who's bought Shiba Inu is up, except for that poor soul back in May who bought it way up there. So rest in peace to that person. But that being said, it's 3:16. Oh, wait, before I bring Edwin on, hey, reminder, you can get some free Bitcoin. Go to the Voyager app, enter the code ZING, fund your account, make your first trade. ZING, Voyager.com. Hey, it is time for the weekly short report with Mr. Edwin Dorsey. Let's bring him on. Edwin, good afternoon, sir.
Great afternoon, Spencer, and congrats on Benzinga getting a huge investment from Beringer Capital. I think that's huge for you guys.
Thank you. It was an exciting morning here at Benzinga HQ. We had champagne at 6:30, 7 o'clock. It was a good time. And then we realized, we have to work the rest of the day. But that's okay. It's been a good day. Busy week last week, Edwin. Do you want to start with your own follow-up note? We can start with that.
Yeah, so last week I published another article on The Joint, ticker JYNT, roughly a $1.2 billion franchisor of chiropractic clinics. The markets love them. The stock's up like 3,000% over the last 5 years, 80 times earnings, trading at 40 times franchise fee revenue. The market's really priced it to perfection. I think there might be actually some flaws in the business model. What I highlighted earlier this month is they were really aggressive with customer billing, getting them into monthly contracts and making it difficult to cancel, which is bad for the long run health. I highlighted that some problems with the franchisor base, and if the franchisee base isn't healthy and isn't earning a lot of money, then that's a problem in terms of growth in the long run. I got some pushback from long, so I put out another follow-up report. And the company's argument, the shareholders basically say, hey, look at the franchise disclosure document where they show that second and third quartile clinics, the median franchisees, are earning between 70 and 140K, which is a great amount to be earning. And what I did is I looked at the chart a little more on how much franchise is our earning at The Joint. And it turns out that's a really misleading figure. That figure only includes half of qualifying clinics. They have a term qualifying clinic to exclude clinics that are underperforming. They reacquire clinics that are underperforming, which excludes them. Then for the clinics that do report, they ask them to self-report. And the half that do are obviously going to be the half that are performing better. And then even the half that do self-report net profit figures, the company adjusts those further to exclude secretary, operation managers costs and any owner compensation for work they're doing. So the figures you get from the company on how profitable the franchisee base are actually really misleading. And this is problematic if the market is pricing in a ton of growth, because if the current base isn't doing great, then it's going to be tougher to sell future franchises.
I didn't even realize, I didn't put two and two together last week that joint is a reference to like, hey, chiropractor, hey, we fixed your joints. So I don't know where I was. I was out, must have been out to lunch last week. So, okay. That red candle, by the way, we should note everyone, that red candle, that big one there on the 7th of October, that was Edwin's first report. We'll have to stay tuned here. Has the company responded at all?
They've talked to analysts. They haven't directly responded. They've talked to analysts. I've got some pushback from longs, but I think in the end I'll be right on this one. And earnings are, I think, a week from Thursday, so it's exciting to see. And the Bear Cave newsletter has been breaking some news on this.
Yeah. All right. There was other things, other happenings, other development in short seller land last week. Edwin, lead us through the madness.
So Bonitas Research published on ESS Tech, ticker is GWH. They're a roughly $2.5 billion Bill Gates backed long duration battery company that merged with the SPAC recently. Bonitas Research really highlighted that the products don't work as well as the company claims. For example, I think 5 of the 6 deployments that were disclosed to investors didn't work. And Bonitas said the company was teetering on bankruptcy before getting the SPAC deal done. Another sign that the technology might not be up to par is that, years ago, they were getting funding from the Department of Energy for battery research. But more recently, when the Department of Energy gave grants for battery research, they gave grants to 4 ESS Tech competitors, but not ESS Tech. And this kind of just goes with the overall SPAC market. And we're seeing a lot of these subpar SPACs come and misleading investors.
Yeah, the argument here, the argument against SPACs in general was, their hands are tied. They have to buy these companies. They're going to overpay. This claim at the bottom, though, teetering on bankruptcy in 2020, saved by a SPAC. A, that's a big claim to make. B, frankly, a lot of companies were teetering on bankruptcy in 2020 for reasons outside their control. So,
yeah, I
don't know how I feel about that. Regardless,
that might be a little aggressive. So that was like the only big one. Now, White Diamond Research published on NextPay Technologies, a Florida-based online advertising company that uplisted from the OTC to NASDAQ in July. Online advertising company might be misleading. This company has pivoted from like an array of like really weird industries. They highlighted that the executives running NextPay Technology, ticker NXTP, previously ran Axion Ventures, which is now trading for less than a penny. And they said that the company's actually has very little in economic substance. For example, the company's true revenue for 2020 was less than $6,000, according to White Diamond. So this just seems like, according to White Diamond, just a pump and dump that's going to collapse.
You know what I'm going to do? I just realized I did not do this. I apologize. I'm going to put all the links that from this segment here in the chat. So there's a link to the White Diamond report. Here is a link to the Bonitas report. And here is the link to Edwin's follow-up report on JYN.
Everyone should subscribe to the Bear Cave to get the research. Now, there's 2 more, Spencer, that are like more minor.
Yeah.
Prescience Point Capital tweeted bullishly on AirSale, ticker ASLE, an airplane parts supplier that went public through a SPAC in 2020. This SPAC deal has actually done really well. And it seems like Prescience Point's thesis here is now with COVID over and air traffic coming back, airlines are going to need a lot of new parts to bring.
I'm sorry. Wait, what was the ticker on that?
ASLE.
Oh, ASLE. Thank you. Okay.
Prescience Point is saying that this air parts supplier, which went public through a SPAC, is going to do really well because with the COVID rebound in air traffic and flying, airlines are going to need new parts to get airplanes into commission.
Okay, so that was one, and then we had Citron out.
Citron said he was going to release a report, but I think he just released tweets on MQ Marquetta. They're like a credit card and payments company that has deals with like Uber and DoorDash and a lot of like newer companies and is like doing stuff in the crypto space. Citron said they have a best-in-class product loved by developers. Citron, I'm starting to respect a little here. They went long DigitalOcean, 200% ago and said, hey, this is going to be the new hot tech company. So I think like Citron has like a good feel for what tech companies are going to be popular. No, I have no personal position in Marqeta. I don't know the company well, but if you look at DOCN, DigitalOcean, that was one Citron really called. And
there was a winner for him. Here's one that has not been a winner for him is Jumia. He's been bullish this one for a while here. That one was so hot last year and so not this year, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Hey, yeah, these activists, these short sellers like Prescience Point, like Citron. Well, Citron we know doesn't really do short. He hasn't short anymore, but Prescience Point still short stuff, and here they are coming out on the long side. So it's a little bit confusing. But
it's interesting when a short seller goes long a SPAC because, of course, there's going to be some quality companies mixed in with all the nonsense, Spencer. One thing I'd like to note is usually we see activist short report activity decline during earnings season. I think it's just because they know everybody else is so busy looking at other companies and listening to earning calls that, if you put out a report now, not many people will read it. So I'm expecting we're not going to see a lot over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
That is totally fair. Totally fair. Edwin Dorsey, guys, the link to his Twitter, to his Substack is in the description of this video here. I'll even do you one better, and I'll put it on the screen for you right now when I find it. There it is. thebearcave.substack.com. Edwin Dorsey, a pleasure as always, sir. Maybe we'll talk to you next week if we have any updates.
Hopefully. I love coming on here, and I'm excited to see Benzinga getting some huge cash investment to keep killing it.
Money, money, money. That's right. Edwin, always a pleasure, sir. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right. Hey, it is 3:25. Let's just bring Joel on. Let's just bring him on. I know what you want. I know what you people want. Should we bring him on, or should we just wait? What say you? What say you? Joel, I am live, so you should know that. But here, let's do one thing real quick before I bring Joel on. Let's just stop this, and we'll start the screen share for a second. Blah 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 blah. I want to talk about this guy, BKKT, right? Okay, you all saw this news. Outside of Tesla, this is your news of the day, right? Backed Holdings partnering with Mastercard. Boom. This, in theory, there's going to be more of these. But if y'all remember, I talked about this the other week when the SPAC conversion actually happened. I think it was like the 14th or the 15th, somewhere around there. I saw what I thought was a pretty good Twitter thread about Backed. Is it Backed or Bakkt? I'm not sure. Basically saying that this company is on track to miss their earnings, or miss their guidance projections by 90%. And that the fact that they're backed by the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange is not so much an endorsement, but it's actually more of like the company spinning it off and getting some cash for their investment. Well, that was then. That was at $9. This news today has brought us up to 24, actually higher than that. So, hey, sometimes you just don't know. Is my point. You don't know. I thought that thread was pretty good. It was bearish, and then here we are 2 weeks later. We get this headline. So that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. But anyway, okay. It's 3:20. Does he still have the suit on? Wayne wants to know if Joel still has the suit on. How about I not spoil it for you? How about we just bring Joel on and you can see for yourself? All right, it is time for PreMarket Prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
That's going to be a no. Oh, wait, Joel, I think you're on mute.
Hello.
It's going to be a no on the suit. Short the suit. That was a one-time thing. If you
That
missed
was pretty quick. That was pretty quick when we hung up from the pre-market show and ran up there. I hadn't tied a tie in a long time, so that was a little bit tricky.
Yeah, I was wondering what took you so long, and then I see him, and then boom, he's wearing a suit.
I figured we had to start on time now, right? Because we're suits. But
I don't know. Anyway, it has been a pretty interesting day out there. We'll talk about Tesla, but before we do that, let's bring up Joel's charts and update us on Joel. What exactly happened this morning at like 9:30, at like 9:45? You know what I'm talking about? Like what?
Yeah. Did the CDC say something? Because I went and looked in Pro, and there was nothing. I mean, I just think
and then we reversed. Boom, like it was nothing.
Yeah, I did not see anything macro on that, but it just happened. It was really quick. That was let's see, that's that bar. This is the 9:30 bar, right? It was 9:30, 9:45, and there was really nothing out there. They said that the things were looking good for a deal. Oh, I know what it was. Could it be the old Iran nuclear trick? Someone said here, Iran, EU to hold nuclear talks in Brussels. I thought I saw something else that said
that's good news, isn't that?
That is good news.
I
did see something. Oh, I get it. This is it. 10 o'clock, but that was a little bit after it. UN nuclear monitors say situation with Iran is getting worse. But that was at 10 a.m. So yeah, you can't fool the tape. But let's run through the big board, right? And then we'll get to some individual stocks of choice and stocks that you want to look at, because we did a really poor time at ticker time today. So we'll see what we can make up for it today. The SPOOs, we did have that dip. Didn't take out the pre-market low. Once we took out the pre-market high, the bidders came in. 45.64, got nothing there because there's nothing there. Back it off and just a little profit taking. Trying to make a new high going into the final hour here. Failed. Now you're just seeing some mild profit taking, maybe ahead of a slew of big reports tonight and then also later in the week. Big reversal in the crude market. That's not what you want to see. 85.41, and now struggling to make a new all-time closing high. Cash closes at 2 o'clock, so we'll see. 83.76 will be my focus number overnight. In the crude oil market, gold, we're going to get that close over 1,800, up 12.30 at 1808.5. Silver played a little catch up. That's up, let's call it 19 cents at 24.63.5. Bitcoin, being Bitcoin, up 1870 at 62.950. And Ethereum futures, they're rallying too, a little bit more on a percentage basis. They're up $213 as we speak at 42.07 1/4.
Okay, let's start with the big one. Let's start with Tesla, the newest trillion-dollar company. Congratulations, every Tesla bull ever. I don't know what to say, but I thought it looked for a moment that, okay, at least for another day, $1,000 was going to be your ceiling, because it was for a hot second there. And then that went out the window. So
was there another news blast, or was that just good old fashioned?
No, this is nothing. This is exactly what happened last August and September. It's the same thing again. Was it August or it was like November is what it was. It was like it was last August, and then it was again in last November. That's right. November to January. This is just like that all over again. It just goes bananas. This is what it does.
And how did what's it, HTZZ?
Yeah, HTZZ, that's the one.
what did we talk about? We talked about some daily levels in that. Did we have anything at 28? Well, there's no pre-market trading. No, nothing there. Made quick work of that 26 high. Actually, that turned to be a support instead of resistance. You could have bought this thing on a non-gap fill. So, or on a gap fill, got down to 25.60. Good volume day, good move and Hertz. Tesla is just a beast. I mean, 100,000 new cars at top of the good earnings last week. What are you going to do? They're probably going to have to split the stock again, right? Up $115.
That would make it go up to $1.5 trillion. So.
Yeah. I wonder who it's going to pass today, because you know how I like to keep track of my top components. And as of Friday, you know I like to combine the Googles, right? So it goes Microsoft. Microsoft had taken over Apple. Google, the combined Googs was third. Amazon, Facebook, and then Tesla. Well, you know it's passing Facebook today. And I wonder if it's going to make a move on Amazon and become the fourth biggest component in the index. Amazon is down 17 sticks. And times, whatever the price is or whatever the price is going to be. And then Tesla is up, 115, and it should be interesting. I will check. I don't think my site that I gets it from updates it intraday, but it's definitely. I would bet a wooden nickel it's going to pass Facebook today. Nope. We'll see we'll see. The combined. I don't think it's going to catch Google yet, but it's definitely going to catch Facebook. But that's what we're looking at. What else is moving today, Spencer?
Hertz Scramble, you're dating yourself. He says he wish stocks would move like in the 80s. I can't relate. What else is moving today? Well, Tesla was your big one. Mastercard and Bakkt was the other one. BKKT was the other big one, because BKKT is that crypto exchange. They partner with Mastercard to offer crypto rewards. So, and this is the SPAC that just de-SPACed. It's now the
yeah.
So that's crazy. Mastercard is going to be your more reasonable stock here.
Trying to break out.
Yeah.
Trying to break out. Nothing fancy there. No one wants to look at that. But you know what? You know who powers the software for that stock?
No.
My stock.
Really?
I shouldn't call it my stock. I should call it Sean Udall's stock. Who's the one that gave me this one? MQ.
Oh, well, they're up 13%, not by accident.
Yep. Not a bad day for that either. So,
not at all.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
MQ, Nick Rosania, he knows what I'm talking about. MQ here. So, had a little pullback and still longer. Full disclosure, I may never sell it.
And then Facebook here is so interesting because it did get a hit off the open, and that dip was immediately bought. We're now at the high of the day.
Ooh, look at that.
This is such an interesting situation and a setup because, like, on the one hand, like the bar could, like, okay, everyone think like there are so many negative headwinds into this report. You have what happened to Snapchat last week. You have an endless stream of negative
media
about it's every single day. There's another negative headline about Facebook. It's never ending. Okay. And so the bar is low, but how, on the other hand, is the bar so low? Is everyone on the same side of the seesaw that it completely flips and goes the other way? This is just such an interesting. I mean, the stock has gotten. It's not. I don't know if beaten up is the right word, but it's down $60 in the last couple of months here. I don't know what to make of this one.
What is the actual report? It's not today, is it?
Yes, it is.
It is today.
Man,
there's so many different caveats here.
I know, it's so tough.
Yeah. One of them is we'll get to your tickers in a few minutes here.
Yeah.
One of the caveats is that it's going up on bad news, right? So that's a really good sign, right? Bad news, it goes up. The other thing is that it's technical Monday. I mean, you did undercut the low at 21.11 from Friday early on. But if you would have caught it coming back up through that level at 21.11, you're talking no heat. I mean, it went right back up. And then on the upside, man, look at the highs, 29.63 and 29.56. You're pressing up against it. We'll see what happens on the report. If it gaps up and goes, I mean, that will just create more uncertainty in the issue. I just would have to see on a pop here what happens. And I'm just going to call it 340. 343.98 was your high from last week. So that 340 to 343 area, let's see if it holds it. If not, it's got some more upside in it, but it's gone up on what is a bad news day, and that's a bullish sign for the issue.
Wait, Lonely Pigs and Cub. I don't even know if you're joking. I can't tell if that's a joke. That's probably a joke, but
I'm sure it's a joke.
But I don't get the reference, so I can't tell if it's a joke or not. Okay. What else? Speaking of earnings, we have Facebook tonight. We have Logitech tonight. That's kind of it. Tomorrow morning's big. Tomorrow morning's big for like staple-y type things, or like Dow components, right? You got 3M tomorrow. You got GE tomorrow. You got UPS tomorrow, right? Eli Lilly tomorrow. So you got some big like Dowy type.
So basically, you have stocks that no one in Benzinga is interested in.
Well, no, UPS is interesting. 3M is not. GE is not. No, actually, GE could be interesting too. But UPS is interesting.
Let's take a look at
I'm into UPS.
That reminds me, I gotta go there. UPS is trading. Nice rally. Tried to fill the gap, but I had it going into the report, that gap from its last report. See what happens at 209.35 on the upside, because almost everyone gets their money back there, but really been rallying with the market. On the downside, if you want to try and go low on a miss, I mean, not even the 3-day low is not that low at 195.43. So they're the parameters on that one. Potential support at Thursday's low, 95.43, and then man, a lot of people that got caught in this little downside, they'd be happy with the gap fill, and that gap fill comes out at 209.35.
Hey, tomorrow after the close is going to be fun. Microsoft, Alphabet, Robinhood, Twitter, AMD.
Oh, geez, that's going to be up.
Tomorrow's going to be chaos. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay, let's get to the chat here. Somebody was asking about, let me go way to the top here. So, because somebody was in there early. Were they asking about Blackstone BX? Was that what it was? I think it was Blackstone. Yeah. We talked about BX this afternoon with Ross Gerber. Loves this stock. He loves this company. It's in his ETF, and you know, you hear private equity and you don't think like crazy high flyer stock, but that's exactly what Blackstone has done here.
What a run! What a run here! Boom.
You know what? Actually, it's not Blackstone. It's the whole space. Because if you look at, I'll pull it up in my pro. You can look at BX here, but let me compare it to Apollo, APO, and what's the other? What's Carlisle's ticker again? Do we remember, everyone?
Carlisle Group.
Are they public? They might not be public. All right, forget it. APO and BX. Let's go to town here. Look at this. Look at this year to date. Look at this performance. Just monsters. And just for fun, we'll compare it to the SPY, because why not?
Let's see here. We have this really look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-day winning streak. That's pretty impressive. So you've been improving on the closes by pretty good margin. On Friday, you improved on the all-time closing high by $5. I guess the only negative thing you could say is that it only improved on the new all-time high or closing high. It looks like it's going to be $2. A little lighter volume on Friday, but I wouldn't worry too much about that 141.14. I just focus on whatever the close is today. And, you'll see, if it's going to be a little bit of a topping thing, you'll see selling at that area, not just one day, but I just be keeping an eye on that. Whatever your close is today, your all-time closing high, see if you can improve that tomorrow. That's a pretty good winning streak for Blackstone Group.
Okay, Coinbase. How is Coin doing today? COIN. I would imagine it's higher. Every crypto stock is higher. Yeah.
Coin, making a new high for the move. Oh, we talked about finally getting back 50%, and it did. Let's just call it 320. You're currently trading 320, 330. You just want to hang out here for a couple days and then start another leg higher. But I'm sure there's a lot of targets today at this 50% retracement. Kind of kissed it last week. Looks like we're going to close it above today. So, yeah, bad 2 days. So you could have another 2-day move tomorrow. I would just like to see a couple sustained closes over 320 and then see if you can mount another rally. Still a long ways to go to that all-time high. That was made on that first day at 429.54, but it's a heck of a lot closer now than it was at the beginning of the month. It was under $230. You could take the crypto rally for that.
Here's one we haven't talked about for a minute here. TTD, the trade desk. Oh, that one was so in favor. I thought it was never going to stop going up. And then it, of course, it did. But it's come back most of the way because it got down to like 59, and we've come back more. I mean, what, half? I guess half.
10-for-1 split, Spencer. You got to talk in Splitsville.
You're right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're right.
Interesting chart. What I would do right now, this is what the bulls are looking at, or that are, looking at this issue, is you had extended decline, right? I don't know when. Wow, it got lower in June. I don't know if that's when they did the stock split here, but I'm just going to go basis off this most recent move, 66 to 82. It's pretty simple math, 16-point rally, 8-point pullback. You found support at that near that $74 area, 324 and 387. So I like it. I like to see it get back up. Take out that high at 78. Don't like the lower high situation, so that's not good. But let's get over 78 and head towards that $82 level. But important to hold these two lows. This is called 73.50. Also figure out where that exact 50% retracement is of the most recent move. And you also could, if you want to do like a triangle, I'm not going to do it. You could do one here, and then you could do one here, and then you could say, let it wind up in the middle, and then see which way it goes.
Okay. Hey, credit to a firm called Iceberg Research today. Do you know what they did?
What did they do?
They came out and said that they're short DWAC.
Really?
Yes, really. That takes cojones.
Yeah.
That's a serious cojones.
From Reddit, it's going to come and get you.
To them. That is sticking your neck out and then some. So, hey.
I'm not going to make any technical. If you want my technical comments on this stock,
that's fine.
Email me, joel@benzinga.com. And I have levels, but I'm not going to give them to you. And we can make some financial arrangements on the side.
Oh, man.
But I am not giving technical levels on this.
Sharni, neither of us have thoughts on Shiba. Sorry. It's a joke and don't know. Not really for us here. Thank you, JG. KKR was the other private one, and that one's also been, I believe, Monster.
New all-time high by a nice margin. I mean, you do a Fibonacci extension in the words of J.C. Peretz, and then that's the way you come up with a target. 1, 2, 2. I mean, how many up days in a row? Let me see if there's any volume, because eventually what you see with these things is like you got to find more buyers to keep going right after the breakouts. So the only negative thing that I could say about this stock is when you had to move from 70.58 to 73.12, but you did it on one of its best volume days in quite some time to 70.58. Then when you went from 70.58 up to 73.12. Another good volume day. Not a bad volume day on Friday. Didn't go up as much, but today you are getting the up move, but the volume is waiting a little bit. So where are those buyers are going to come from to push this up and beyond? They very well could emerge. But 75.09, you're right there. All-time closing high. What 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-day winning streak? What's that when you got a 10-day winning streak out of your other hedge? Your S&Ps were tapering off a little bit. I don't know if we just got some selling balances in there or not, but
possible.
woo, 8 points.
Joel, I would love your take on skills right now because this is
I am so mad at myself on
you
this
are.
one. Yes,
we've only come $3. It's not the end of the world.
I know, because I looked at it, I wrote about it in my stock of the day, and I don't like when I do a stock of the day and it's a tinge bullish. I'm unlike everybody else on Wall Street. I don't like to buy the stock and then put out press on it. So I did it, and I'm just thinking, wow, it got the news. They brought this guy over from Amazon.
Yeah.
And this was the day. I said investors applaud changes in the C-suite. And this was the day. And then I said, hey, if it could close over 10. Does anybody read my pre-market prep stock of the day articles?
I will put the link to where you can find all of them right now in the chat. Check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Wait for it. There we go. Link in chat. But Shazam!
You gotta love Spinner. He can remember every negative stock in my portfolio.
Hey,
my list. Yeah, Intel.
Take the good with the bad. Take the good with it is what it is.
Inside day though, that's a good news. They didn't make a new low for the move. That's it. That's all I can say. Big old gap to fill, and then AT&T. I personally destroyed AT&T when I bought it for the dividend. So, that leaked off. I just didn't like the way it acted off the earnings report. I don't know. I mean, you're not getting the dividend buyer support. Low of the move 25. I don't think I could think about adding or buying this. I mean, look at these monthly candles. Ugly, ugly, ugly. You haven't seen anything like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to have an up month. So when it does, then maybe I'll think I added to it. But right now, hands off on that one.
What else? There's one more that I wanted to bring into your. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention that EV stocks, led by Tesla, of course, but every EV stock under the sun today, it feels like it's higher. Whether it's the Chinese ones, right? Xpeng, Li, Neo, Lucid had news. They're up. Arrival is up 9% today. EVGO, QuantumScape, which I think reports earnings like tomorrow. I don't remember. It's sometime coming up soon. QS is having a great day, up 11% after the terrible day on Friday. So rally in the EV sector today across the board.
Yeah, thanks to Tesla.
Even Fisker is trading higher. FSR.
Where is all FSR?
It's so.
Oh, it's coming back. Yep. I saw Ford's was down. GM.
Yeah, charge point 2 from the chat. It's a EV day.
Yeah, it is. And you have your catalyst. So follow the leader. Probably better off in Tesla than you are in those other things. But boy, oh boy. Oh, BKKT hits 29. Boy, running with the wind. Let's see.
See, you know what though? Like, I was bearish this last week, and this almost is not helping the cause. I know the stock is going higher, but like, it's not worth 200%. This headline's not worth 200%.
It looks like it's worth 224% to me.
You're right. I stand corrected. This is just day trading madness. That's what that is.
I don't. It's pressing up. Hard to give numbers on something that's going straight up. All right, Dino M1815 sharing the Tesla call profits with my favorite stock callers. All right, thank you, Dino.
Tesla calls.
Tesla
calls. I wonder, Dino, what strike did you get? I'm just curious because it's so funny because I was literally talking I talked my dad off the ledge last night. He wanted to sell Tesla first thing this morning. And I said, why? Why? It just made new all-time highs. So pat out on the back to myself for that one. For just talking to my dad off the ledge.
Sell? Tell
Yeah,
him.
he wanted, well, he's got a little bit. And he wanted to take the money and run. And I said, just chill, sit on your hands, chill.
Listen to young Spencer.
And just listen to me. I'm never wrong, except for when I am, of course. So it's 3:53. We got 7 minutes to go. Hey, have you looked at Best Buy lately? BBY.
No, I have not.
That stock has come up. Oh, no, nice ways from 105 to 120 here. Nice ways.
Nice win streak.
Yeah.
Retail. I'll take. What is there? I mean, this is what you do if you're trading this. You're looking 121.85. What you get to today, 121.58. So someone had been targeting at 122 level. They held on to all this time, and now they like that. So 121.85. That was this high. Backed off a little bit, just a little profit taking. You want to see it like hang up here. Like, I don't think it's going to turn around and dive to 116. Get these kind of sustained moves, like you had this move here. Then you had, kind of a couple weird days. Well, 2 strong up days, and maybe just get a little look right instead of left. But all-time high in Best Buy, 124.91. Will they have the inventory? Right? That is a question.
No, it is a question.
How is WeWork doing?
Black Friday this year should be fun.
Yeah, WeWork. We ain't working today or yesterday. Wow, this thing got to $15 inside day. So that's good. You had a higher low. I wouldn't want to see a bust this 1230 low. Pretty simple. Then you got a gap to fill under 12 down to 1188. So that would be the next area of support. 9 to 15, right? Ooh, this comes in nice too. If you just look at the simple price action, 6-point move halfway back, that brings you to 12.2. That fills the gap. Have a couple days of just chopping around and then turn higher. But that's what I'm looking at. Inside day sellers just, hey, like some people got stuck here at 14.97. A lower high doesn't bode well for this, but let's see what
WeWork.
Yeah, WeWork holds it in 12.
I want to give you and Dennis a shout out because you guys are not always right, but you were on the money this morning with Mark. That thing was so obviously a pump and dump, and just that's exactly what happened. So shout out to you guys. You nailed that one. That one was an easy one, but you nailed it anyway. So.
Yeah, I don't like to be right on those kind of things, right? Because people lose money.
Okay, our fan. I was at Costco yesterday, and it was jammed. It was jammed.
Supply chain issues. Oh, what a breakout! Why did someone kick me aside the head when this thing went over 470?
No, Costco was noticeably light on some goods. Like they didn't have any ground turkey. I've never seen that before.
Really?
I've never seen that.
Supply chain issues, driving up prices. But have no fear. It's transitory. We all know that.
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to be patient right now with Costco, maybe wait for it to come back into the 470. I know it doesn't feel like it's now. It's trading at 490. Kenny would say 490 will get you 500, but boy, oh boy, I try and be more patient. Or if you wanted to start buying up here and be prepared to buy more at 470, it's actually just below that, all these highs. But yeah, they finally got rid of that seller, and then boom, that's a clean breakout. That's a breakout that's working.
I'm looking at Fortinet, Bill, and I'm trying to wonder that we had we had an upgrade. Well, we had a raise price on a KeyBank came out bullish this morning with a positive note, but I'm wondering what happened. Was there a midday note?
I don't know, but you better be keeping your eye on 331.30. Friday's low. That's the highest low it's ever had. Today's low, 331.02. You're getting a bounce, not a like a supercharged bounce. it's not a big decline. I don't know if you're a day trader, you're a scalper, or whatever. But if you take out this 331, you're going to get a look at perhaps at 328. Now that you've repelled, 345 was the high. What I'll do now is I'll go back and say, this will be your resistance. I think I was looking at this one or another stock in this area. Tomorrow, it's going to be important for it to clear 35.29, right? Some people are thinking, I missed the 345.25 all-time high. I don't even know if I'm going to get the second all-time high, but that mark, 335.29, little volume on the down day. So maybe you just got some people liquidating. But really, guys, please keep an eye on 331 tomorrow. No position, not trading it.
All right, we are in that last minute of this Monday session, Joel. Let's pull up like the S&P futures.
The S&P futures. And Spencer, can you stay on for? Do you have something coming up at 4, or can you stay on?
I can stay on for like a minute. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 45.64, new all-time high by a nice margin, right? By 13 handles, a new all-time closing high. That's going to be by about 14 handles. So there are your levels. I mean, a nice breakout in the S&Ps. Some big earning reports, can turn it pretty quickly. But so the numbers I got for you today, it looks like we're going to close right here at like 44.56 here on this Monday. Little pop at 57. Yeah. We're in the last 30 seconds, 58.59. Buyers right on the left, 61. Nice pop on the close. I'd say our new all-time closing high is going to be 45.60.
Final tally, most sectors in the green. Utilities leading us lower today, down 0.43%, but you got most. You got 3 greens for every red today, so a good day. S&P's, NASDAQ, Russell all finish in the green. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's a wrap. Hey, somebody asked why our likes were so low. Great question. If you can, hit that like button, please. We'd appreciate that. Please remember, all the information from our show meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading.
It was my suit. It was my suit today. We lost some fans with my suit.
No, we gained fans with your suit.
Oh, we did? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. We're done. Facebook reporting earnings any minute now. We'll watch that. But we got a webinar coming up at 5, and that's it for our live programming for the day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day and a good night, and we'll catch you on Tuesday.